welcome to Conquering Mount Scrapmore with Brenda. I'm Brenda, and today we're going to show you guys how to make design boards. Right now we've had several requests for these, and it's kind of like, okay, it's time we do it, except we're breaking this into two parts because there's two different ways you can do them that I would like to show you. So we're going to do only part one today and then part two later. But first, I want to introduce you to Ginger Barlow from the Copycat Quilts. Now, she's just starting out her YouTube channel, and she's an active member in our group, and it looks like she's going to have a wonderful voice. It'll be fun. So when you go over there to check her out, tell her that Brenda from Conquering Mount Scrapmore sent you. We also have a link in our Facebook group where we're sharing pictures and, you know, talking about quilting, and we also are making use of the room, so that link's in the show notes below, as well as the Zoom link needed for the next month's sew date, or the current month's sew date. Now we've decided we're going to just do the first Saturday of the month, unless it's a statutory holiday, then it's the second Saturday of the month. And we start at 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, because that's where I am, Mountain Standard Time. So all of that's in the show notes below. So if you like what you're seeing, share, like, subscribe, comment. Commenting helps our analytics go through and helps our video go out to other quilters. So even if all you're doing is sending us a little heart in the comment section, that means a lot to us, because that will help us out immensely. So come on in, let's get to this today. This is going to be so much fun. Okay, so here we are at the sewing machine. Now I already had this cut and pinned and ready to rock and roll, but I'm just going to go quickly over this again. The design boards I was able to pick up at my dollar store were 20 inches by 30 inches. Now I don't need something that big. I needed something a little bit smaller, so I decided to cut it in half. So now my board is 15 inches by 20 inches, right? Which is a better size for me for my design boards. So let me just get this big ruler out of the way. Oh, wait, we need the ruler for a minute. So what I did is I went digging through my flannel. Now, this board is 15 inches, right, across. So my piece that I cut is 16 inches. It's 1 inch larger. Now, depending on where you go and how big your foam core boards are at your dollar store, you might have to change what you're doing, right? Now, I made sure my piece was 22 inches long, because basically I'm making a sack for this thing to slide into, and I want to be able to roll the edging over, because I don't have salvages on either one of these edges. It's a scrap, right? So go 2 inches, because this is open, right? So now let's start. The first thing I want to do is I want to make sure, let me get this out of the way for a bit. The first thing I want to do is make sure I've got my edge, my finished edge that's going to remain open, closed shut, right? This way I can take this on and off, and I can wash it, right? If it gets dirty or something like that, I can wash it. Dee Dee from our group suggested that she would like hers, when she does her design boards, is that she wants to do them where she's able to wash it. And I thought, yeah, that's a good idea. Now she's got a different idea, and I hope she makes a video on her channel or on her YouTube channel about that. But right now, this is what we're looking at here. Now I'm just rolling that over so it stays closed, right? That's it. That's all I'm doing. Yeah. Now, oh, I pinned this wrong, so I gotta pin it the other way. So now, what I would suggest, if you're going to do this, make sure your flannel is washed in the hottest water it can possibly stand. You know, just so you shrink it, because if you don't shrink it and you just sew it like this, and then you take it off to wash it, what's going to happen is it's going to shrink. And that won't be fun. Okay, so now this side is done. I'm just going to do the other side. Yeah, so if you shrink it first, it'll work. It'll stay nice, right? It'll stay the right size. if you don't shrink it, then what happens is that you're going to have, you're going to be cutting things off your design board. I guess that's the best way to explain it, because yeah, that's what's going to happen. Okay. Okay, there, back. Okay, forward. There we go. There. Just along the edge. All you're doing is making a little rolled hem. That's all that's needed. Okay. There. Now, on my Singer, I don't have a zigzag stitch without putting an attachment in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run the other seam just at 1/4 inch. And I'll just get my foot off. I'll put my 1/4 inch foot on. I'm going to run it at 1/4 inch and then do a zigzag with the Janome 3000 that I have, just so I can finish the edge, because otherwise it will, you know, it'll unravel right when you wash it. So I want it to stay nice and used over and over again. So now we've got both the top and bottom like this. And yes, it's a purple gingham. It's kind of cute. I thought it would make a cute little design board cover. So basically, now I've taken this and I'm going to put this down and just make a little sash, a little 1/4 inch seam. There we go. Now the nice thing about foam board is you can also put pins in it. So that's kind of a nice thing to have, a nice feature to have. And they're cheap. I was quite surprised how inexpensive this project was. But I thought, okay, and I've got lots of flannel kicking around here, so that's perfect. Perfect for me. There we go. Now I'll get the other side going. Okay. Give it another tool. So basically you're making a pillowcase or a sack or whatever you're going to call it. And then I'll just and I will finish this edge here on with a zigzag so it doesn't ravel when you're washing it. You know. But make sure you wash your flannel first, otherwise you will have shrinkage, and sometimes you end up with a lot of shrinkage. A lot of shrinkage very quickly. And I just lost my roll. Okay. There you go. So now, just get that off. And like I say, I'm going to zigzag this, but I want to make sure it fits, right? So I'm just going to take this and give it a turn. You don't even have to punch out the edges on this, because there's not much there. And I've made one long continuous piece, right? So it goes on, it's 20, what was it, 21? 21? It was actually 40 because it was doubled, right? So when I measured it, it was, yeah, so it would have been 42. 42 inches long. So this is almost with the fabric. So now we just slip this in, make sure it fits, because that would be bad if it didn't fit. Okay. And leaves a little on the tight side. Why is that? Oh, because there it is. So now you can finish this with either just pins or Velcro or a loose basting stitch, or you can put buttons and buttonholes or whatever you want into it. But I think what I'm going to do with this is I am just going to run, I'm going to run a quick little basting stitch over it, and I'm going to put the stitches wider so you can see what I'm doing. And I'm just going to run this back and forth. There we go. Get both sides. So basically I'm sewing both sides together. Because I don't need... This is cheap enough where I could probably, if I had to really replace this, I could, you know, cut open this flannel and I could cut open the flannel, wash it, and put something else on this because it's, you know, very inexpensive. It cost me virtually the cost of the foam board, and that's it. So I think I did fairly well price point wise. And now I have something that other fabric sticks to. It's all good. Let's get to our ta-da moment. So here we are with our design board, part 1, right? This is the first one. Now this is just basically a sack that we made out of foam core board. Now we picked this up at our local dollar store, but I mean you might have to go looking for it. I don't know if your dollar store carries this, but for us in Canada here it was $1.50, which, you know, and it's good sturdy little stuff. It does come like 30 by 20. I cut mine in half. So my design board measures 20 by 15, right? So you just get a piece that's like an inch bigger, a little bit bigger and a little bit longer, and then you just make a little sack for it and you slip it in and you're good to go. Now when I want to take this off and wash it again, because it's gotten dirty or whatever, I just put basting stitches in here along this edge, so I'm good to go. When I do take it off and wash it, I will zigzag these edges here just so I can wash it and it won't fray. But yeah, this works perfectly. And you can put pins in it too. So you'll probably see this in upcoming episodes that we're doing, because it's always nice to have a, you know, a block laid out for you so we can show you what it is. But there we go. This is part 1 of our design board. Okay, you guys have a great week ahead. I hope everything goes your way in your sewing room and you at least win Bobbin Chicken at least once. I haven't won in months, so you take care until then. Bye! My husband and I would love to thank you for coming along with us on our quilting journey and the YouTube adventure that we're on. We have some wonderful plans for 2023. And it includes a lot more, like with the Facebook group and the rooms feature and sewing and hanging out with people. Those monthly Zoom sew dates are still in the works. We have a lot of fun ideas coming up for 2023. And we hope you share, like, and subscribe with your friends. That little notification button and subscribing to us really helps us out. Commenting helps us out too. So if you like what you're seeing, let us know. Even send us a heart on the comment. That helps so much for us. Okay, you have an absolutely fabulous 2023 and all of our best wishes for you in the future. Okay, take care. Bye.